Browns and the Lions. The Detroit Lions looking like their old selves. 34-10. They take down one of the best defenses in the NFL. Top 5 graded players that we have for the Detroit Lions in this game. Edge rusher Aiden Hutchinson with a 92.6. Great to see him back up there at number 1. Linebacker Jack Campbell with an 89.3. Edge rusher Al-Quadin Muhammad. You've shouted him out for having an incredible year so far to start the year. 86.2. Offensive tackle Penei Sewell an 80.7. Cornerback DJ Reed a 77.2. Quarterback Jared Goff a 66.8. On the other side of things, Cleveland's top-graded player, as it often is, edge rusher Myles Garrett with a 90.5, defensive tackle Shelby Harris an 89.3, linebacker Carson Schwessinger with a 78.3, cornerback Miles Harden. Look at the rook getting in here.
South Dakota or North Dakota? I think it was South Dakota,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. Wow. I love this landing spot for him as well. So good to see him on the board there at a 75.2. And then wide receiver Isaiah Bond, another rookie, 73.9. Joe Flacco in this one, a 62.7, and one of the most puzzling interceptions that you're going to see this season. Stat that told the story, Dalton.
The interception, when I looked at it again, pretty obvious. I know what you're It's kind of that balloon ball he threw.
Did he just think somebody's running a go?
Yes.
And they weren't.
Press coverage. I don't remember who the receiver was. It may have been Isaiah Bond. I don't remember. But he thought they were chucking it up on press, and it just didn't happen. Yeah. So these things happen when you have so many young kids on an offense. The other one, Penei Sewell, and I did the full film breakdown of him in last week's game against her. Did you see this Penei Sewell play in this game? They're running a pin pull to his side, so he's the puller.
Okay.
He gets out on the edge on Denzel Ward, which is not a great matchup. That's one problem.
He could block him with one arm and then keep going.
Well, but here's the thing. So he's got Denzel Ward locked going out to the sideline.
Yeah.
Carson Schwessinger is coming from the inside, just trying to get to the football. I forget which back had it, probably Gibbs.
Yeah.
He's just trying to get there. He happens to run into this Ward and Sewell mismatch, and Sewell pancakes both of them out on the sideline. He took Ward and Schwessinger. I told you. Just
could have done it with
legitimately can just pancake two guys in one play. I saw this and I was like, this is some level of ridiculous. You get out on a corner, you maul a corner and the team's best linebacker at the same time. Just ridiculous stuff from Sewell. But no, to me, I'll tell you what, against this defense, this Browns defense, highest graded defense in football, freak defensive line with Myles Garrett and those guys, game manager is often used as an insult. In this moment for Jared Goff, definitely the highest of compliments, because you need Jared Goff to be a quarterback like Jared Goff in here to just manage this thing around this defensive line. And the Lions knew it. They knew it. They weren't just going to run into the teeth of this and do their usual 3.5-second passing concepts against this Browns. You can't do it. You watched the Packers tape last week. What was one of the themes? Well, Jordan Love, sometimes he likes to hold the football. Mm-hmm. You got to not like to hold the football against this team.
Yeah, you got to do something different.
Jared Goff, average time to throw, 2.47 seconds. Second fastest since the start of last year. Did not take a single sack in this game. Now, he had the bad interception on the deep ball. He did not complete a deep ball in this game. Underneath, he was spectacular. On throws under 20 yards, 85.4 passing grade. 16 for 18. Both of the incompletions were drops. 100% adjusted completion rate. 168 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 big-time throw in the intermediate range. Jared Goff came in here. I think John Morton also deserves a ton of credit here. This team, we've seen it now with the Packers, and we saw it with even Cincinnati. This Browns team, you mess around and you give this D-line a shot to get to your quarterback, they can beat you. They just proved it last week. John Morton and Jared Goff came into this game with a plan of, okay, we got to work around this. We're not going to do this every week. We're not going to speed things up like this every week. But Jared Goff, honestly, for the most part in this game, was playing at hyperspeed and doing it well, because that's the one thing about this Browns team that can beat you, this front seven. He gets a ton of credit. John Morton, the offensive coordinator, who obviously is in the spotlight, replacing Ben Johnson, I think you could argue that he called this game even better than the game he did against the Ravens last week.
They're feeling it. There's no doubt about
Absolutely.
it. They are in their groove. Like I just talked about the Buffalo Bills feeling fully confident to basically operate their offense however they want. You talked about how they're basically utilizing every single offensive player on the roster. It feels like that's what the Lions are doing. They're just very comfortable and confident in exactly what they want to do on the offensive side of the ball every single week. My most impressive in this one is Jahmyr Gibbs for that reason, right? You need somebody to get away from the trenches. Who is a major weapon for you when it comes to getting out to the sideline and getting up the field? It's Jahmyr Gibbs. 15 attempts, 91 rushing yards, 6.1 yards per carry average, and a touchdown in this one. And then As a receiver, he had 2 targets, 2 catches for 6 yards as well. So how you utilize him as being somebody who can stretch the defense and get them out to the sideline and get away from the teeth of that defense. I mean, David Montgomery in this one. David Montgomery is what? He's the between the tackles guy. Not that he can't bounce to the outside, but that is certainly what he is best at. He is a between the tackles guy. This game went exactly the way that you thought it was going to. Montgomery got 9 carries, 12 yards, 1.3 average yards per carry. That is the Cleveland Browns defense. And they go, you know what? We're just going to have some plays where we're just going to have to eat it. This is what we have to do, but we're going to complement those plays with being able to stretch it to the outside. So I agree. It's a great shout-out for the Lions, who are playing really good ball right now. Stat that told the story for me, Browns offensive line.
They just can't.
They're not good. And again, we have this. I feel like I bring this up every single week because I'm just so shocked that they did nothing about this in the offseason. Their best offensive linemen right now are the 2 guys who are well over the age of 30, and Joel Bitonio and Wyatt Teller, and they are not the Pro Bowl players that they used to be. But they are by far the most consistent, and I barely even mean that as a compliment for how poorly this offensive line is playing. They just traded for Cam Robinson. They just traded a late-round pick for Cam Robinson. And it's like, okay, Cam Robinson just went from Jacksonville to getting traded to the Minnesota Vikings to getting traded to the Houston Texans. And the Houston Texans offensive line, let me remind you, is bad.
If
you're getting traded from the Houston Texans.
Yeah, that's not good. They are, and this is the problem for the Browns. There's honestly, I think there's a lot for the Browns. Sounds funny, that has gone right. Young players playing well. Highest graded defense. Quinshon Judkins looks really good in the 2 games he's played.
He does.
The problem is the O-line and then the quarterback. Sometimes we get these older quarterbacks that don't look old until, eventually time always wins. But Joe Flacco looks.
No, he's got enough salt in the beard. We know that he's old.
Yeah.
The question now becomes really what the takeaway from this game is. I think the takeaway that you mentioned is the Lions. The Lions playing really well. For Cleveland now, they started the season better than maybe some people thought, right? It was a game against the Bengals where they probably should have beat the Bengals. Now we've got a clamp down win against the Green Bay Packers. This is a good defensive team. We're sort of weeding out what the experimental options are going to be with this team now, because a lot of the rookies are playing already, right? Mason Graham's playing already. Harold Fannon's playing already. The running backs are playing already. Carson Schwessinger's playing already. You got Miles Harden playing already.
And they're all playing well.
Really well.
All of them.
So you're playing a lot of rookies already. The only thing that you have left to do is make the change of quarterback. And the Browns are sitting here and they're 1-3, okay? They're not going to make a change this week because they're playing Minnesota in London. They're not going to make a change for a quarterback going to play an international game.
Yep.
Okay, so we're not going to make a change this week. If they beat the Vikings, I think that prolongs things probably until the bye week, because the bye week is week 9. They go Minnesota and then they're at Pittsburgh, never ideal, versus Miami. So they're hosting Miami, which could be beneficial for them. And then they're at New England, which depends what kind of New England team you get. You're probably going to get a good one, though, but you have an option there. Then you have the bye week, and then you have at New York Jets in week 10 after that. So the way that I see this script playing out for the Cleveland Browns is you're playing Joe Flacco one more time this week. If they win, Flacco probably starts again in Pittsburgh. And then if they lose in Pittsburgh, I think you have an opportunity to see either Gabriel or Shedeur. It's probably going to be Gabriel first, right? You get to see him for 2 games against Miami and New England, and then you get sort of a free little reset, and you go, okay, do we want to give Gabriel the bye, or do we want to give Shedeur the bye as the starting quarterback? So that's the way that I see this playing out for Cleveland, who is just, I hate to say it, they're going to waste an elite defense this year.
Yes.
They're going to waste it. But you've got to get quarterback figured out.
Yeah, I mean, you look ahead and you go, you can guarantee with one of those 2 first-round picks next year, they're taking an offensive tackle. That's without question. It's going to happen. It's the matter of.
What did you say there?
They're going to take they have 2 first-round picks next year.
Yes.
With one of them's going to be.
You said one of them. I thought you said the top one. And
no,
I was like,
one of them. Whichever.
One of them is going.
One of them will be an offensive tackle,
and the other one will. I won't say quarterback. I'll let it play out. I'll let it play out.
No, you're right, though. This is why you want to see those guys play.
You have to.
Just in case.
You have to.
Because at this point,
you can't.
Joe Flacco, I mean.
You can't. We can't get to week 14 and they go, hey, let's give
Yeah, no.
Dylan Gabriel a try.
There's no more. You mentioned it.
The bye week's the very last week.
There's no more. There's no more than 4 weeks on this. You're right. That part is correct. And if it's just that, I mean, and the pass protection is going to be what it is. They're trying to fix it for whoever goes in there because they need to. The offensive tackle position's a mess for them. But no, I mean, it's coming. It's going to happen because, I mean, they're at the two spots that they are the most dysfunctional at, offensive tackle and right now at quarterback. Mm-hmm. That's what's sinking actually the rest of what's I'd say a better ship than we expected to be.
I would agree.
Really.
And
again, big stuff that all of their rookies that are playing well. Every single one of them.
My most disappointing is Jerry Jeudy, but I'm kind of tired of talking about that. He had 9 targets, 3 catches, 48 yards. 33 of them happened on 1 catch. I mean, you just need your wide receiver 1 to be more consistent than that. You can't have 33 yards of your 48 come on 1 catch, and then we're just doing nothing basically the rest of the game. But we talked about how quarterback is sort of hampering that a little bit. So I'm just disappointed in the wide receiver 1 play from him. It's not all his fault. It's a lot of offensive dysfunction. But anything else from you on this one?
Oh, just most impressive real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Lions fans. He's back. Aiden Hutchinson is back. 94.2 pass rush grade in this game.
What a player, man.
Top 5 basically across the board in every pass rush metric we have. 2 sacks. A third one, a strip sack that was negated by a penalty elsewhere. 33% pass rush win rate. And look, I know this is about as good as a matchup as you could possibly have. But Aiden Hutchinson looks like Aiden Hutchinson.
Which is a beautiful thing.
And I'll tell you what, the top 2 guys, actually I should say the top 3 guys, because you got Hutchinson, Al-Qadim Muhammad's playing out of his mind. And I'm telling you right now, this started the second half of last year. Jack Campbell's one of the best linebackers in football. He is just fantastic. This Lions defense healthy, and with Hutchinson, we got to not forget about them. And Hutchinson, Micah Parsons, maybe he's the favorite to win Defensive Player of the Year. Hutchinson plays like this. He's going to give him a run for his money. Never wrong, just early.
I'll let you go with that one.